Hey y'all, hey, it's me, V the CPS Scholar, dropping in with a quick video about my new guilty pleasure. But before I start talking about that, I hope this video finds you happy, healthy, and loved. I'm V the CPS Scholar. If you're new, welcome. If you've been supporting me, thank you. Keep it up. I appreciate you. I've been getting the cool comments and the likes, and I've been getting lots of views on my shorts, so I appreciate you guys rocking with me. But I just wanted to talk about my new guilty pleasure. Everybody knows I love dating shows. I've kind of explained to you guys why I love dating shows. It's mostly because of the dates. I mostly want to watch where they're going, what they're doing, what people are doing out here. It's like people watching through the screen. So that's what I like. And I ran up on, it was like raining a lot the past few days. And I ran up on Match Me Abroad. Now I'm watching it on Max, but I think it comes on TLC. And baby, it has me in a chokehold, baby. It has me in a chokehold. I'm invested. But let's talk about a little bit about. I binge watched episode 1 through 5. So I'm not gonna go episode by episode, but I'm just gonna speak on what I saw. So I guess I'll start from not least interesting, but I'm the least invested in versus the most invested in. Anyways, I thought the show was cool. The way it's set up is people are going abroad and actually using international matchmakers to set them up in different countries. And the first person that I recall is Harold. And Harold is interesting, y'all. I think it's really cool that they have a person with autism on here looking for love, but baby, he is a piece of work, and he said he's interested in Eastern European women because they're bold and blunt. The matchmaker he met, she was bold and blunt, said he acts like a child. And so he's looking for his mom. But that man there, he went and he has all his ducks in a row. He pretty much went to go talk to his lawyer because apparently he got a little bit of change, baby. A little bit of change. If he could do it, you could do it, man. But anyways, he got a little bit of change. I guess he went to go talk to a lawyer about basically a prenup before he even meets the bride. The lawyer was looking at him like he was crazy. But he's like, I'm crossing everything off. And but the thing about him is he's into a lot of different things, Comic-Con, comics, all this other stuff. But I think the thing that's keeping him from finding love, yes, he's a little bit socially awkward, a little bit strange. Not because just in general, but I think it's the way he dresses. So he dresses like Bill Nye the Science Guy before he started getting super cool. I mean, he was always cool, but like the way he dressed with the swag, they had that cool picture with what is the astrophysicist's name? It was Neil deGrasse, and I just lost all my thoughts. But anyways, all three scientists were sitting on the cover. It'll come back to me maybe later in the video. But anyways, he looked like that little boy off Problem Child. He got the bow tie, he got the suspenders. But anyways, they show him going to Prague and meeting people. And the first person he met was this lady he showed up in a Hawaiian shirt. And they went out on a boat, and that lady was like, "My God, please save me. Why did you hook me up with this?" Because I think there's a false impression that all foreign people want to come to America. That's not true. There are other places that are beautiful and the people actually live there. They live their whole lives without coming here. So want love, but not desperate, right? So went out on a date and she was not happy, and she told the matchmaker that she was not attracted to him. And especially she said, "I don't like flowers on men." She would be sick in Florida, baby. So either way, I've gotten used to it. I actually like the swag a little bit, but she didn't like him, and he was like, "Yeah, I asked her directly if you're attracted to me, and she wasn't straightforward. She should have told me she wasn't attracted to me. Like, she probably didn't want to hurt your feelings." But either way, that's what happened with Harold. Then you have Susan. Susan is a trip. Susan looks like Carmela Soprano. If you've ever seen The Sopranos, she's 50 something. She's a beautiful lady, even though she has a little bit of enhancements. Hopefully one day I won't have to hit that one day. I want to age gracefully. She has her little dog. She's you could tell she got that money too. She said she worked in hedge funds. She was married when she was 20 something years old to a dude that was in medical school. So he didn't have enough time for her. And so they got divorced. And she said her love life has been a hot mess ever since. And she's super picky. And she's going to get a matchmaker. And she gets a matchmaker in Colombia. And she said the reason she went to Colombia when she was young and the men there were hot. And from what I saw, baby, those men are fine. I never looked. No, I think there was a Colombian dude in high school I had a little crush on. I remember him. Anyways, shout out to you. But anyways, they look good. But she's out there and they sent her on her first date. And I could see why that date failed because she said he was handsome. He looked all right to me. But she couldn't get a word in edgewise. They're sitting at the dinner and every time she tried to speak, she'd be like, my name is He interrupts. He starts talking about himself. He sat up there. He could tell. I think he could read the room that she didn't like him, but he sat there and ordered a whole steak, maybe because production was paying for it. But he was well off. He looked good on paper, but they just did not match. And it was funny trying to see her try to find ways to escape the date. And she was like, nah, let's just order some light snacks. Now I don't need a drink. I need some water. She was trying to get out of there. And then I think the roof, it started raining and they were outside on a patio and she tried to escape that way. And he's like, nah, let's just go in here on the inside. It's like, oh my God. I'm trying to think, has there been a date that I tried to escape from like that? I don't think so. It wouldn't have got that far. But then she went out with this other man. Ooh, when he walked up. So since her matchmaker said, since you want to be picky, because this dude is what you like on paper, I'm going to give you somebody else. And baby, when that man walked out, I said, there you go. That man was fine. I said, okay, I see you. He was young, but he was fine. So I said, she probably not going to want to talk to this man. Maybe something, do a little tee-hee, a little something, a little, but not as a serious relationship because it's going to look like she's walking around with her damn son. One, I'm not against older women and younger men, but I could tell by her face, he's fine, but I'm not gonna do anything with him seriously. Anyways, they went out on the town. You could tell she was kind of annoyed that he didn't know about the whole area, but that's when he was super fun. He was spontaneous. I would have had a blast. He even jumped out there. There was some kids out there doing some capoeira, and he went out there and did it too. And they took pictures or whatever, and they were having a good time. And then she asked what he would, what does he want to do? And he was like, he was like, no, she said, where are you from? Because you don't know much about this place. He said, I'm actually from Bogota. They are in, oh my God. I know somebody that goes there all the time in Colombia. But anyways, they were in another place, but he was from Bogota. He said, I was going to be a certain thing. I changed my mind because I wanted to travel the world and meet girls and be an actor. And as soon as she said actor, she said, oh, you wanted to be an actor? Oh, okay. They go into the confessional and she's like, when you're 25, you can go along with this foolishness. Medellin, that's the name of the place, Medellin. But anyways, she was like, he's too young. He doesn't know what he wants, and he's still looking for girls or whatever. And it was super crazy. Anyways, but she decided he was fine, but it wasn't gonna work. And I was like, and the matchmaker got upset. I was like, what are you upset for? You know you sucked that young dude over there, and if she takes this man around her people, if they being serious, it's gonna look kind of crazy because of how young he wasn't like, she wasn't trolling the kindergarten, but it was obvious that there was an age difference or whatever. And women do actually care about that type of stuff. So that's what happened with Miss Susan. But we don't know if Miss Susan gonna find anybody. But I love to hear Susan talk and her toughness and how she won't lower her standards, and because she's been through it all. I mean, she's 50-something years old, so it's gonna be interesting to see her journey. I like the people that they picked for the show because it wasn't the regular everyday people. It's people who are truly looking for love, and there's something different about it, right? Because we see all other stuff all the other time. Oh, I'm super fine, beautiful, and got everything together. I just can't find anybody, right? So I'm glad that they put some different people on there. Then let's do Natalie. Natalie is Sri Lankan, and her mom usually does matchmaking for her. And she's beautiful. To me, she is very cute. She's very cute, nice little shape. She's a realistic girl. Cause I'm tired of seeing y'all Instagram. No, I'm just playing. But she was really cute. And she's fed up because she said when her mom is trying to set her up, it seemed like a business deal. And she wants somebody that's gonna set her up for love. So she's in Colombia looking for somebody because I guess everybody around the world know those Colombian men are fine. And her problem is she's so worried about her mom's judgments or whatever that it plays in her head, and she has a hard time being sexy and having fun. Even though I believe she's in her 20s. So, but what I noticed about her, just jumping ahead a little bit, what I noticed about her is on the show, she's very conservative. But when in those confessionals, I said, Natalie, I see you. Natalie is sexy as hell in those confessionals. Even the nails. Even the nails, like they're like freaking Cardi B nails. And I'm like, what the hell is going on in these streets? I said, somebody done turned her up and turned her out. She just didn't do it on camera because she's so worried about her parents seeing her. But anyways, he's taking her out on dates. He took her to a salsa class so she could learn to be sexy and move. And then she was like devastated. She's like, oh my God, I can't do this in front of people. And she was super nervous and shy. And then he sent her on a date with a man. But when that man walked up, baby, oh my God. I said, oh, that's how y'all making them in Colombia? I prefer my men black, but baby, I said, oh, that's how y'all making them in Colombia? I might need to show up. And I know there's black people in Colombia, so I'm just talking trash. Actually, Colombia is very Afrocentric, very, very diverse. But either way, he walks up and he's taking her out and it's a good time. But the language barrier was terrible. And I actually experienced something like this. I went to go volunteer work somewhere and there was this little Italian man who thought I was the bee's knees. He was in there cooking and he just put that Google Translator comes through. Oh, you are so beautiful. You are so nice. You are this, and then take a pic. The people who were there with me were laughing because he almost knocked everybody else out the way to take a picture with me. I said, I'm probably somebody boo in Italy. Probably took my pictures and ran off. But either way, that they used a translator, but it was so bad because they had to pull out the translator because she was asking him certain things and he was asking her certain things, and some of the stuff was coming out very sexual. So she was like, are you really saying this? And he was laughing because it was translating bad. So I'm trying to think if I ever dated somebody that didn't really speak English. I don't have that experience. So that was fun to watch. It was very fun to watch, but she ended up feeling nervous because they went out. I think they rode on his he had a little moped or bike. The date went great and they went to the rooftop hotel and he started stripping and jumping in that pool and she was sitting on the side dangling like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And she was like, I can't do this. This is too sexy. I gotta leave. My mom might find out. I'm like, girl, live your life, girl. I'm not saying smash. Live your life, but stop being all scary. Have a good time. You out here in Colombia. Man, please. Anyways, so Natalie's going to be fighting for her life to try to come out of her shell. And her matchmaker came out and said, I love her matchmaker. They didn't show Harold's matchmaker too much, but Susan, Natalie, and somebody who else has the same matchmaker. There's a few people who have the matchmaker, and you can tell they're the stars of the show too, because they definitely have some personalities. And I believe his name is Juan. But he talks to Natalie and tells her, "Hey, I have kids your age. I had to realize that they needed to grow up and not worry so much and not to shame them as much. You need to get out here and live your life. Your mother can't live your life for you." And she kind of got feisty or sad because she was like, I need to get past this block so I can find the love that I'm looking for, unless I'm gonna end up with my mom hooking me up with somebody. Yeah, who knows? Then we went to the ultimate passport bro. His name is Mark. He's 44 years old. He said he's a sportscaster for a small TV station, I believe. And baby, I'm irritated. I don't like him. And it's not because he's a passport bro. It's because he took his passport behind. He went to Morocco and didn't know the rules, was complaining that you can't hold hands, you can't kiss. So he trying to go there. You know what the hell you going out there for? You trying to go out there. How you gonna go to Morocco for S tourism? Of all the places you would go, why would you go there to go try to act up so your butt could get locked up? Anyways, he gets surprised, and his matchmaker, who's going to be a matchmaker for the next person I'm going to talk about. She's so adorable. She's from America. She has her hijab on, but that makeup is wham, and that makeup is together, baby. She is beautiful. I love to see her. But he came there and he's like, oh, I want to come there so I can find somebody to live with so that we can go 50-50. If you know me, you know that enraged me. That enraged me. But he's like, oh, I want to go 50-50. She was like, how are you going to come to a country that's known for the men to provide for their women, and the women, I don't want to say act in such a way, but carry themselves in such a way to make their husbands treat them like the crown jewels that they are? Why would you come here and say you need to find somebody that want to work and help you pay your bills? Like, make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. It makes absolutely no sense. But he's sitting here and he's all devastated because he's like, what? You mean I got to be the sole provider? In America, we don't do that. Everybody pays their share 50-50. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? That's why I've been doing. Just never mind. Just never mind. Just never mind. He's all devastated. He said he wants to find somebody that's going to help him pay the bills. So you flew here, but you could have went to damn Jersey for that. You could have went to Jersey. It's a plenty of women who'd be like, oh yeah, I want to pull my weight. I want to pull my weight. I want to help you pay your bills. All that just so we could be together, boo. I want to help you pay your bills. They would have been all in. Why did you take your behind to Morocco, where they probably have dowries and bride prices and all that stuff? Why? Because they hold women in such a way that you're not going to come to somebody's family and take their daughter and not be able to take care of them. What the hell is wrong with you? And this is his whole storyline. Finding somebody that's going to go 50-50 with him. Anyways, they match him with this girl. She's 24 and he's happy as hell because she's like, oh, I'm not like a regular Moroccan. My mom pays half the bills to my dad. They both work. I'm young. She's young. He's 44. She's 24. So he's thinking she's too young. So he got a little bit of sense, because if he picked that girl up, he knows she ain't gonna have nothing. Like, she's just starting out. He kept emphasizing that. So this man doesn't want to provide. He's not going to have any provision, nothing. Literally, we have a very, very pink Dusty on our hands on this screen. He's Dusty, y'all. I'm not saying all the Dusties are black. I never thought that. I met some Dusties of all across the world, okay? That's Dusty, y'all. I don't care what y'all say. You can come for me if you want to. Like I said, he's asking this girl who's 24 years old, are you going to come and pay bills? Are you going to come and pay bills? And she said, well, are you looking for help, sir? How did you fly that's like the other passport bro that went to the Dominican Republic and didn't have the $100 to pay the change fee and got stuck in the Dominican Republic on a Spirit flight and started doing a GoFundMe and Cash App to get money to change his flight. Y'all ought to be embarrassed. At least have something. God dang, I'm getting frustrated. Anyways, they're talking and she's saying everything he wants to hear. But then at the end of the day, I think she's saying she want to keep dating him. And he's like, oh, no, she too young. I don't think she's going to want to have a baby in 2 years. And I don't know about this paying bills thing. Just Dusty, y'all. It was a dust storm. It wasn't Morocco. It was a dust storm. And I think they were in the Sahara, so they were in a perfect place for this dusty ass man. Anyway, so last but not least, I want to speak about Stanika. And every time I see her name on the screen, I'm like, let me pronounce this. Stanika. Anyway, she's 32 years old and she's never been in a relationship. And she starts explaining it's because she used to be big and she got And my son had me laughing because he was like, big girls get played too. And he told me a story that was so funny about his friends was trying to talk to a girl, and the girl did turn him down. His friend weighed like damn near 300 pounds. He played football. 300 pounds. And the girl is a bigger girl, and he was like, oh, that girl got too much confidence to be that big. And my son was like, but you tried to talk to her though. Really? You see what I'm talking about? They start young. They start young. They start young. But either way, she lost the weight. And anyway, my son was like, big girls get played too, because everybody was talking about how fine and beautiful that girl was. And then that man talked to her and she said no. And that's when he went to try to roast this girl. But either way, like I said, she says she's never been in a relationship. She's 32. She's a successful business owner and a real estate agent. And her personality is cute. And she got her little self together. She's cute. She's going to Morocco to find a man. And she has that same matchmaker I told you about, the one who has the hijab and her face is beat to the gods. And she's going there on the dates or whatever. And I like that she just got personality for dates, the energy. She's so sweet. But she gets there. The first dude that she met, she had the matchmaker go with her because that was genuinely her first date. And when he walked up, he wasn't exactly he was dressed. That's what made me notice him. I said, you're dressed. And it was the little details, like the Oxford, oh my God, when they have the patches and everything. And I mean, he looked good. I said, okay, like this wise, I was like, oh. Then he started speaking, and he was so gentlemanly, and I was like, oh my God, I see it. Like I see what it is. So he was very nice to her, and he told her, he told the matchmaker that he liked her shape. He thought her smile was nice, and he treated her like a queen. And I was like, why would they give her this man first? She's not going to give anybody else a chance. And he's a businessman. He works a lot. So he left. But as soon as he left, he was texting her and keeping in communication. So she sprung on this man because they both had chemistry. Then they sent her with another man. He walked up in his skin tight. I mean, he looked thicker than me in his jeans. Walked up, and he didn't really speak the English really. And he had a translator, and his whole energy, his whole vibe was different because she had to go to a whole other place to meet him. And the matchmaker said you're going to meet his family, which in some of these they do have you meet the family. It's just how it's set up. But obviously he didn't want his family to come, and they met. The mom and dad actually showed up and gave her flowers and stuff. And he was ticked. I said he didn't want his family involved. And she was thrown off because the way he was going off on his mom, he was talking to his mom crazy. So her whole vibe, you're talking to your mom crazy in front of people. It's like, people gonna be like, if you can talk to your mom like that, how you gonna talk to me? Either way, he comes back and he says, it wasn't you. I don't like them in my business. And he was very short. He was very abrupt in the way he was talking to her. And they went to dinner and they sat down and they started asking each other questions. And he, like I said, because he was acting kind of abrupt and crazy the entire time. Oh, I forgot. Stan Nika is from Mississippi, so she definitely has that southern charm as well. Either way, they went and sat down, and you could tell he said, I want to salvage the date and everything. And they're sitting there and they're pulling out that translator. And she asked him if he has anger issues, and he's like, how are you gonna say I have anger issues and you just met me today? And it went downhill from there. Finally, she told him, and he was like, my family is a red line. I don't involve them in my personal life. Like, if somebody is fighting so hard for you not to know their family, not to get their family involved, either something's wrong with them that they don't want you to know, or something's going on with the family they don't want you to find out. It's kind of weird. The whole vibe was off. So now she's mad at the matchmaker because she had to tell him that there's no chemistry and this is not a match. And so that failed or whatever. So I think it went up to episode 5. I really enjoyed myself. As you see, I was able to talk about it for 25 minutes, but it's my new guilty pleasure. I may try to jump back on here to talk about the Tank Tiny Desk concert. If you didn't see it, it was awesome. And I might drop in again also to talk about Summer House. Yes, I did see Black Excellence Gone Ratchet. I did see it. I just haven't had a chance because it's been a really busy week for me. So for those of you who know me, send prayers my way. I need them. I appreciate you guys so much. Love who loves you. May God bless you with everything that you need. And the Cepheus Scholar is out. Bye, y'all.